Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all having a great day today. Hope you all had a safe New Year's Eve. Happy 2024. So today I wanted to kind of go over 3 reflections that I had for 2023, things that I realized, as well as 4 resolutions that I have for 2024. I love doing these kinds of videos. I do them every year, so let's get started. So the first reflection that I have for 2023 was to really just trust in God's sovereignty. I feel like so many things happened in 2023 that really forced me to just learn how to trust in God's ability to take a bad situation and kind of use it for good. You know, I went through like a kidney stone, which was by far one of the most traumatic things in my entire life, if not the most. A car accident, multiple dodgeball injuries where I had to go to like physical therapy afterwards. And yet somehow every single time I was able to look back and see how God was able to take the situation and either use it for good or get me back to where I needed to be quickly. You know, with so many of my injuries, I feel like I healed so fast. And even my physical therapist was like, wow, you're really healing fast. And I truly felt like that was God. With the kidney stone, I was able to get to the hospital at the right time. With the car accident, it only sidesweeped me. I wasn't injured. I was able to drive away from it. Like, it was crazy. So the first reflection and thing that I feel like I really kind of learned was really just to trust in God. The second thing that I really feel like I learned and appreciated was that self-care is not selfish. In fact, it's something that is actually it's very necessary. It is so important that we all just take care of our mental health as well as our physical health and our spiritual health. I feel like a really big part of this was kind of just understanding and accepting that I have limits, that I am not a perfect human being, that I have not perfect capability, taking time to rest and understanding that taking time to rest is necessary to recharge to do other things. You know, time management has been a big thing. You know, I have had my planner, which I'm obsessed with. You know, I'm just kind of figuring out how to manage, you know, my 9 to 5 plus, you know, school, and then, you know, also this ministry, you know, kind of just dedicating certain parts of the day or of the week to different things and seeing that work. We're not going to be able to do everything all at once. So dedicating certain parts of the day or times of the week to those activities will allow them to get done and get done more efficiently. And the third really big thing, and this is something, again, that you kind of know, but it's important to kind of always remember, is that God has compassion on us. God gets us. So last night, when I was at my friend's house, we had the football game on, and one of those commercials came up with, like, you know, the Jesus, he gets us. And I feel like that's so true. You know, I hate that so many people in the church, and obviously this is no one here, but really like downplay just mental well-being and try to numb their emotions and act like they don't have any issues. And, you know, if you have an issue, just pray about it. I think we should obviously pray about everything, but, you know, taking care of your mental well-being is something that I feel like is extremely important. And Jesus understands that. You know, God understands that this life is hard and we have needs that need to be met. Just end of story. So now going on to resolutions for 2024. During 2023, I feel like a lot of the resolutions that I had, I feel like a decent amount of them came to pass. With reading, I did read a trilogy that I was obsessed with, Shadow and Bone. You guys probably might remember that video, but oh my gosh, that trilogy was just amazing. It was so good. So anyway, for resolutions for 2024, the first one is literally to be just more present here on this ministry. I feel like I go through times where I'm really consistent with posting and then, you know, life happens and then I only post once every 2 weeks. And while, again, I do think it's important to kind of understand my capabilities, and that's something that I kind of was using to make myself not feel totally guilty for, you know, if I had 1 million papers due, I wasn't going to be beating myself up over, you know, not being as present here. But at the end of the day, you know, I care so much about this ministry and, you know, I don't even do well when I'm not present on here as much. So even though I think it's important to have, again, that understanding of, you know, my limits and, you know, understanding that I can't post every single day, I can't be on Discord 24/7, I can't do Zooms every day, I think still dedicating more time, again, time management, to certain things will allow me to be on here more and just kind of setting more time aside for YouTube. You know, I do want to get back to posting at least once every week. You know, we just made the Discord, so I'm so happy about that. You know, I'm considering doing maybe like a Monday night fellowship hour possibly on there. You know, because now dodgeball luckily moved its day of the week, so it's no longer on Mondays. So I have that night free. You know, I dedicated, you know, my Friday afternoons to Zoom calls. So really just, you know, taking time to do the things on here that I feel like are most beneficial for both myself as well as all of you, but mostly all of you, obviously. Number 2, and this is a big one, and this is one that I was kind of figuring out in 2023, is to just be more present in the moment. I am a planner. I am obsessed with, you know, planning ahead and making sure all my ducks are in a row. You know, like I literally just said before, time management, I have my color-coded schedule, you know, my 9 to 5 has a color, my school schedule has a color, you know, if you've done a Zoom call with me, you literally have a color, like that's how I organize my life. And also I have a paper planner as well, where I just write things. Like, I think that it's good to have a healthy planning schedule. However, because I'm a planner, it's very hard for me to live in the moment, and I'm always thinking ahead to the future. And so therefore it can be very hard for me to enjoy things because I'm constantly looking ahead. You know, I actually had someone, a couple of people actually kind of discouraged me from living a life of celibacy here on this channel, because they're like, well, what's going to happen when you get older? You know, when you're older, you know, and all your friends are married and you don't have, you know, friends anymore. You know what I mean? And that was just very discouraging. And I understand that some people, I think, did have good intentions with that. Some people I don't think did. But first off, I mean, I believe that those of us who trust in the Lord will not be put to shame. I believe that if God wants me living this life, he will make sure that I'm not alone, because he said that it's not good for man to be alone. You know, not being alone doesn't necessarily mean a romantic partner. But also, the thing is that right now, I do have friends. Right now, I'm on a sports team. Right now, I have people that I can go out with and do things with. And I'm so appreciative of that, and I want to be able to enjoy those blessings that I feel God has put in my life. So instead of spending so much time worrying about the future and worrying about the what ifs and what if I don't have this, what if I don't have that, which again, I trust that God will put people in your life who are supposed to be there. But instead of focusing so much on the what ifs of the future, I'm like, it's taking away from enjoying the present. And likewise, I think that viewing life in moments also helps those moments where we are going through something really hard, like particularly loneliness. You know, loneliness is an emotion that everyone's going to experience, whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you're whatever. So I think that understanding that those really heavy moments where loneliness is really strong, those feelings and emotions are not forever, and that our feelings and emotions are moments that will pass. Those moments of pain will pass. Those moments of temptation will pass. It will not be that great level of intensity forever. So I believe that viewing life in moments can help with this. Number 3 is to literally just learn Spanish. In 2023, I really tried to learn Portuguese, and I was working hard to do it. And I'm at a point where I am able to have conversations. I can speak with natives, you know, not like I'm talking to natives every single day. Obviously, I live in the US, but, you know, I did meet someone who's from Brazil who, you know, was helping me a lot. We were practicing, you know, during the week, and it was great. And I feel like I was able to have normal conversations, and I still feel like I can. But the area that I live in the US, and I think just in the US in general, there's so many people who speak Spanish, and I feel like that's just so much more of a language that you would use in everyday life. So I really want to learn that. If anyone wants to help, let me know. But, you know, I feel like that's something that I really want to get better at, because as you guys know me who have been here for a while, I love learning languages. I find them so fascinating. You know, I've tried learning Italian, you know, I was learning Portuguese for a while. I did try, like, I've dabbled in and out of Spanish, so it's just something that really fascinates me and something that I enjoy doing. So I want to do more that I enjoy, you know. And number 4, and this is something that I've always wanted to do, is to make this jar. I saw someone post it on like Facebook however many years ago, where they were like, this year I really want to do a thing where at the end of the week on a post-it note, I'm going to write 3 good things that happened, or like 1 good thing that happened, whatever. Then I'm going to fold it up and put it in the jar. And at the end of every week, I'm going to write down something good that happened, or 3 good things that happened, put them in the jar, and at the end of the year, you can just reflect on all of the good things that you saw in the year, or, you know, even blessings, you know, ways that you saw God working. So I think that that's something that I really have always wanted to do, and I just want to actually do it. I did make an ATM playlist in 2020, which I'm so happy I did, which is literally just an at the moment playlist, which is literally just a playlist of songs that are stuck in your head for the time being. And so when you go back on that playlist, you can see when you added it and be like, oh, that's what I was listening to during that time of year. So I feel like this is kind of an ATM playlist for a year just in a jar, and more so about just good things that happened. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know what your resolutions are in the comments below. Hope you guys all have a blessed 2024. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or if you want to join our Discord page, feel free to leave me a comment down below or shoot me an email. Or if you want to join the Discord, definitely send the email instead. It's been so nice having you guys on there and just seeing everyone have fellowship. If you guys have any prayer requests, let me know of those as well. Also, if you have an article you want to submit for the blog, submit that to my email as well. We do have a lot of people who are submitting now, which is awesome. I love that. And as always, have a lovely rest of your day. Have a lovely 2024, and God bless.